As Freddie said, this luncheon has special meaning to me as a former honoree. I was also a past president of AFP's California Capital Chapter, and I co-chaired this very event 2 years ago when it was held at the Convention Center. It was a long time ago, and I'll keep that number to myself. Thank you very much. But today's summit brings together not only this luncheon, but a keynote speaker, educational sessions, and a celebration to close out the day. So whether you're here solely for this luncheon or you're with us for the rest of today, we're truly grateful that you're all here today. Before we begin, I'd like to thank our sponsors, and we have many sponsors. Just the generosity has been amazing for this event. The whole day, plus National Philanthropy Day and this very luncheon. So what I'm going to do is read some names. We're going to give a roaring sound of applause at the very end. But hold your applause, if you will, as I read out the names. Our platinum sponsor is River City Bank. Our diamond sponsor is National University Fundraising Academy. Our gold sponsor is Nugget Market. Our silver sponsors, Bank of America, FSA Auctions, HealthNet, Safe Credit Union, Sutter, and Sacramento Venture Philanthropy. Our bronze sponsors, Boutin Jones, CM Connolly, Gilbert CPAs, McCoy Fatula APC, RCA Community Fund, and they're also an education sponsor, and Sierra Health Foundation. And we have some additional education session sponsors, and that's California State Association of Counties, Fertitta Solutions, Good Tithe Consulting, Hope Cooperative, and last but certainly not least, AFP California Capital Chapter. Now, that roaring sound of applause. So the Sacramento Region Community Foundation launched the Philanthropy Summit just last year, actually. We had and heard loudly a response to the community's request for education and engagement between nonprofit supporters and community members. And we hope that we've created a day that leads to new ideas, collaboration, and a reinvigoration of energy in our sector. And at the heart of today's gathering is you, of course, the leaders, the volunteers, the donors, the partners who show up every single day to make change possible. Your presence here matters. It tells us that even in a world full of competing priorities and challenges, that you're making this a priority. You're making your time count in investing in community connection and collaboration. So thank you all very much. This year's theme of the Philanthropy Summit is Mission Possible. It's more than just a clever phrase, or at least we all at the foundation think it's very clever. It's a challenge and a reminder that the work before us may be complex, but it's never impossible when we do it together. Each of you represents a piece of the solution: the nonprofit professionals who keep programs thriving, the philanthropists who fuel those visions, the businesses who step in as partners, and the advocates who inspire others to join. So I hope today that through new connections you make at the not only this luncheon, but in other parts of the day, that you're able to experience that feeling of mission possible. You may hear, we all may hear, some collective sighs as we discuss tough issues facing our sector. But we hope you'll keep that in mind, that when we work together, anything is possible. So I'm going to give you just a couple other thoughts about the foundation, then we're going to get back to the celebration. You may know the foundation from Big Day of Giving, but the other 364 days a year, although Big Day of Giving starts the day after Big Day of Giving, so don't let me fool you on that one. We provide philanthropic support for individuals, businesses, families, and nonprofits who want to open charitable funds. We grow these funds to ensure that our sector thrives and is here for generations to come. And the foundation serves as a convener, a collaborator, a funder, and in fact, last year, we granted out $24 million through our fund holders and the foundation, so that was pretty exciting. And one last note that I would like to make is that we as nonprofits acknowledge it is a very tough time. Very tough time for many of you in this room. There have been funding cuts, tax bills, uncertainties, the list goes on. Focusing on the funding cuts, the foundation wanted to learn a little bit more about the impact to our local nonprofit sector. So we conducted a survey that was sent out to about 800 nonprofits. About 150 nonprofits responded. Thank you to those of you who did respond. What we learned is that half of the respondents have been affected by funding cuts, federally, locally, statewide, et cetera. And among the top 4 areas that respondents listed as areas where the most support is needed is, of course, bridge funding, advocacy training, shared services with other nonprofits, and opportunities to network and collaborate with other nonprofits. So we hope today is a start of that very thing. So I just want you to know that we are working in partnership with other funders, with community leaders to address these issues. So look for more information coming your way. You can always check out our website if you want more details on what we're doing and the survey itself. So if the foundation can be of any assistance at all to any of you, you know we're here for you. And congratulations to all of today's honorees. Happy National Philanthropy Day.
Folks, can we give Carrie Wood and Sacramento Region Community Foundation a huge round of applause? It is unbelievable. I was standing on the side just looking around, and we have so many folks here that care about philanthropy, care about nonprofits, care about fundraising, care about our community. Pretty cool. If you can do me a favor, if you can look at the person on your left, your right, and say, thanks for being here. I promise you that's the last left or right person. So folks, as you heard, today is brought to you by Association of Fundraising Professionals, California Capital Chapter. AFP is an international organization for fundraising professionals, for them an opportunity to network, to engage, to connect, and I want to share with you about your local chapter. So on the screen, I want to introduce to you our board members, and first what you'll see is today was all made possible in a huge way. You know them well. She's right up here, and Karina is literally not here because she's having a baby. So we'll give her a little leeway. But can we give Erica Fatula, River City Food Bank, and Karina Riley, Hope Cooperative, a huge round of applause? They made today happen in a huge way. They were the steering committee for all of our honorees today. We had so many applications that came in, and their committee was the ones that made the decisions on our phenomenal honorees. So I want to share with you a little bit more. You'll see on our next slide our membership committee. Now, in just a moment, many of you have come up to me and a few other of our AFP board members talking about, hey, I want to get involved with AFP. Well, these are the people. Darlene, can you do me a favor? Can you please stand? Can we give Darlene Kolovin with the Gathering Inn a huge round of applause? So, if you're interested in joining AFP, we have monthly bruncheons, and they're phenomenal. I'm going to share about that in a second. But if you're interested at any point today, find Darlene Kolovin, Lisa Trotsky-Fox, or myself. We also have a QR code for you in just about 90 seconds where you can scan and become an AFP member right here, right now. So you're going to want to get your phone out. Also this year, we've had our professional development committee. Now, Shannon and Sia have worked incredibly hard to bring phenomenal speakers, phenomenal engagement every single month to fundraising executive directors, directors of development, event specialists, fundraising consultants, all within the nonprofit community, and you'll see that in a moment. And can we give Shannon and Sia a huge round of applause? Shannon Stein. Shannon, can you stand for me? Sia, thank you. We appreciate it. And all of our newsletters, our marketing, our social media is all made possible by Maria Fagundes and Kristen Sturr. Maria Fagundes is with YMCA of Superior, California, and Kristen Sturr with Eschaton. Maria and Kristen, can you stand for me? Maria, where'd you go? There she is. Yep. Thanks, Maria. And we have a phenomenal committee that is just now taking a huge, huge uproar with mentorship, making a massive difference. And it's just in the grassroots, and we're working on for 2026. This will be a massive pillar of AFP to provide quality mentorship for young, new members that are in the nonprofit space that are looking for a mentor. So, Melissa Kelly, can you do me a favor? Can we give Melissa Kelly a huge round of applause? Northern California Special Olympics. Thank you, Melissa. Thank you. And last but not least, I want to share with you two phenomenal people that make this happen in a huge way for us. Our past president, AFP, Rod Malloy, Perspectives Media Group. Thank you very much, Rod. And Camille McCall Hankin, Food Simply. And then last but not least, you'll see myself, and I am the AFP president. So without further ado, yep. You're clapping. It was more of a voluntold thing. Kelly Siefkin's like, hey, you got to get this thing going. So thanks for the claps, but we're making it happen in a huge way, and AFP has been absolutely phenomenal. Let me share you a little bit more about this year. So with this year, as you'll see in the next slides, we've had a phenomenal professional development every single month. Our first January bruncheon was all about engagement. We had so many folks there that you see Lisa Peters and Rod, and we were having some fun and getting an opportunity to connect. Todd, I got a surprise for you. He's waiting for it. If we can go to the next slide. There he is. Todd Kalakian and Brad Squires. Let's give them a huge round of applause. Todd's got a big old smile. So it's been a lot of fun, a lot of engagement. Thank you very much, Brad. We appreciate it, SVP. So as you'll see, we also brought in some phenomenal panelists and speakers, starting with Jeannie Reeves with Jeannie Reeves Consulting and Ruth Miller, board member United Way. They shared with us about a donor's perspective of what they look for from nonprofit professionals, and it was really, really powerful. We had a phenomenal session there with Jeannie and Ruth. And then on our next slide, you'll see we also brought in Kimla Burchetti from Bank of Marin and Owango Snell, a phenomenal lawyer and board member with United Way. They share with us so many different components that they look for when accepting grants and giving out funding to so many nonprofits. So that was pretty cool. And last but not least, we had our monthly professional development. We had Jen Esparza. She wrote a book called Marketing for Nonprofits, and she did a presentation on that and gave out her book to all of our AFP members, as well as Jamie Perez. If you're looking to do video work for, say, your fund a need for a nonprofit or any other videos in your nonprofit world, Jamie Perez, she knows her stuff. She gave a phenomenal session with AFP, and that was Jamie's piece. It was really, really good. There were some really good nuggets that she shared with us there, too. So with our next slide, I want to share with you a little bit about if you want to get involved with AFP. We actually have a monthly bruncheon that's going to be coming up in October. I'll share with you that about in a moment. But if you can do me a favor and pull out your phone now. If you can pull out your phone. Because in just a moment, I'm going to have a few QR codes for you to be able to engage by either becoming a member, signing up to register for our next monthly bruncheon, which is going to be with, I'll leave a surprise, but she's in the room and she's phenomenal. And there's also a way to connect with our Instagram and Facebook. So you're going to want to get your phone out. There's some quick QR codes for you to engage with AFP. So some of the benefits of membership. We literally had a nonprofit professional come to one of our AFP bruncheons and get hired for her next role with a nonprofit at our AFP bruncheon. So if you're looking for a career move, this is a huge opportunity for you. So pretty cool. Also, on the global side of things, you'll see the global benefits. There's so many different aspects for AFP where you can get involved with your career on a global scale. There's webinars. There's online forums, online communities for nonprofit professionals to talk with people that are in your field across the country. And that's pretty cool. And I know Darlene has taken advantage of that a couple times. She was sharing with me a few things that she appreciated there. So now's the moment. Pull out your phone, and here's where you can scan the QR code to become an AFP member today. I've got phones out. We'll take a second. So here's where your opportunity is. If you would like to become an AFP member, you can join our board of directors, get involved, get connected, and scan that QR code now. So if you can keep your phone out, Our next QR code is for our next upcoming bruncheon. This is going to be brought to you by Catherine Connolly and Julie Seawald Bornhoff from CMC Consulting and Weave. Can we give Catherine Connolly a huge round of applause? Catherine Connolly has the hugest heart for AFP. She has a huge passion. She also, I want to get this just right, you sit on the national board, correct? She also is on the national board of AFP. So let's give Catherine Connolly another huge round of applause. So this is our upcoming bruncheon. It's on October 7th at the Clara, and this is going to be an opportunity to see about fundraising data and how to use the Effectiveness Project. So those are a few more. Now let me get you into a couple more QR codes. Now you can scan for Instagram. So everybody do me a favor and say, ooh, Instagram. Raise your hand if you have Instagram. All right. Raise your hand if you don't have Instagram. All right, that was just for me, for fun. I was just curious. So, folks, scan the QR code. That'll get you engaged with all of our Instagram as well. And then if you can scan the QR code now for Facebook, wonderful. And I want to give a quick plug. The entire team at Sacramento Region Community Foundations worked incredibly hard. She's over there by the door. But can we give Kelly Siefkin a huge round of applause, folks? Thanks for making today happen in a huge way, Kelly. All right. So without further ado, folks, these are our National Philanthropy Day honorees. Can we get a huge, warm welcome for all of our National Philanthropy Day honorees? We're going to give you a quick few minutes to enjoy yourselves at your table. We'll come back and we'll get straight into our honorees. Thank you for being here, Philanthropy Summit 2025. We'll be back. All right, folks. Can we put our hands together in a huge way again for Philanthropy Summit, National Philanthropy Day in a huge way. Huge round of applause, folks. All right. Well, we're going to get straight into our honorees. This is why we're here, and we've got some phenomenal honorees and want to get an opportunity to hear from them. So we're so grateful you've joined us. NPD has been around for many, many years. As you heard from Carrie Wood was actually one of the co-chairs for this event and obviously past honoree. And it comes with an international recognition because there are AFP chapters all over the country that hold National Philanthropy Day, and it is regarded as one of the biggest days of Association of Fundraising Professionals for the entire year, as we get the opportunity to celebrate those in philanthropy and those making a massive impact in our industry. So in just a moment, we're going to get started. So without further ado, folks, it's a true pleasure to share with you our first awardee. So if you want to get your phones out in just a moment to record, because she is amazing. So for our outstanding fundraising professional, this award is presented to an individual in the field of fundraising who participates and practices his or her profession in an exemplary manner. Nominees must have been in the field for a minimum of 5 years and be a current member of AFP. Now, let me share with you, let's get a warm welcome. Let me share with you her bio. One moment. Paula Allison is Chief Advancement Officer for Los Rios Community College District and President of Los Rios College's Foundation. She leads fundraising efforts on behalf of more than 65,000 students across American River, Casumas River, Folsom Lake, and Sacramento City colleges. Over her 25-plus year career, Paula has raised more than $110 million in support of education, youth development, and global health. She previously served as the executive director of California 4-H Foundation and led her own fundraising consulting firm for schools, universities, and nonprofit organizations. Paula serves on the board of the Network of California Community College Foundations and the cabinet for the Council of Advancement and Support of Education District 7. She is also the founder and past president of the National Charity League El Dorado Hills chapter a mother-daughter service organization. Can't say enough good things about NCL. Paula has been married for 30 years to Clark Allison. Huge round of applause. 30 years, folks. Wow. An estate planning attorney. She is the proud mom of 2 daughters. Big round of applause for mom. One a college sophomore and the other a founder of an ed tech startup. Wow, Paula. She enjoys hiking, gardening, cooking, and early morning walks with her husband and their 2 rescued dogs. Folks, it is an honor to introduce Paula Allison, President and Chief Advancement Officer, Los Rios College Foundation, outstanding fundraising professional.
The thing is, I talk with my hands, so you're going to see me going like this. It's so great to be with you today. You know, 25 years ago, I stood on a very different stage. I was the commencement speaker for the UC Davis Graduate School of Management. And I encouraged my fellow MBAs to go out into the world and make a difference no matter where we landed. Who knew I would land in philanthropy? Like many of you, probably most of you, I fell into it. And I am so glad that I did, because this career has been pure joy. It's the joy of seeing a student who realizes, yes, she does have a future. It's the joy of a donor who sees their values come to life. And it's the joy we all feel when we connect people and possibility. And that's why the theme today, Mission Possible, is so perfect. When you combine joy and purpose, the impossible becomes possible. We see it every day. Students come to our campuses full of fear and doubt, and they leave with hope and purpose. And that is joy in action. I'd like to thank my family, my husband, Clark, of 30 years. You already heard that. He's put up with me. Our 2 daughters, Elizabeth, or Lizzie, and Alexander Lexi, and my sister, Kelly. Thank you for putting up with me and with all this passion over the years, and for cheering me on all the time. And to my boss, Chancellor Brian King, the Los Rios Colleges Foundation Board, our donors, and my incredible team, you and your commitment inspire me every day. And to the Association of Fundraising Professionals, you, my colleagues, we see this joy, and it is an honor to do this work together. Thank you for this recognition. So today, let's choose joy. Let's keep showing joy and using it to light the way for those that we serve. Because joy makes our missions not only possible, joy makes our missions powerful. Thank you.
Folks, another huge round of applause for Paula Allison, outstanding fundraising professional. Well, now it is a true pleasure to introduce 2 amazing, amazing people. Let me share with you about our outstanding change makers. This award honors an individual, couple, or family with a demonstrated commitment to philanthropy through exceptional generosity, leadership, or impact. The recipient has made significant financial contributions, championed fundraising efforts, or inspired others to engage in giving. Their influence has catalyzed meaningful change and encouraged others to take on leadership roles in philanthropy. Let me share with you a little bit about Colin and Karen. Colin Grail and Karen Hauber Grail married in 1999. They began their combined life journey, which has always included a focus on community involvement. Their love of animals led them to Placer SPCA, an impressive organization where Karen has served as a board member, board president, a fundraising co-chair, a capital campaign co-chair, and an adoption counselor. Colin has served as a Placer SPCA board member, board president, and capital campaign co-chair. He is responsible for starting its planned giving committee 20 years ago. Colin has also served on the Stanford Home for Children Foundation Board and the Sutter Roseville Medical Center Foundation Board. He currently serves as the SRMCF Planned Giving Community. Karen's involvement in church has taken several roles: Sunday school teacher, call committee member, and pastoral support committee member. Karen and Colin consider it's a privilege to provide fiscal support for a variety of causes: Placer SPCA Operations and Building Fund, Sutter Roseville Medical Center Program Fund, Tunnel to Towers, Correctional Peace Officers Foundation, Northwood University, Broadway Sacramento, Animal Place, PAWS, Gold Country Wildlife Rescue, and many other animal organizations, both local and international. That is a long list of support. Wow. During 26 years of marriage, Colin and Karen have had many children, all of them with happy tales. Currently, they share their home with Callie Cat, an Orange Tabby Rescue. Colin and Karen lead busy lives with work, North Rock Partners, senior care for Karen's 101-year-old mom. How cool is that? That's special. Volunteer work, travel, and activities with friends. Life is good. They count their blessings. Folks, these are two amazing change makers. Let's give a huge round of applause for Colin Grail and Karen Hauber Grail. A huge round of applause.
Thank you all for this wonderful event, and a special thank you to our dear friends who chose to be here with us today. When Colin and I learned about this award, we were very surprised and touched. We feel honored, and we hope that we are indeed worthy of this recognition. Change makers. All of us can be change makers, each and every day. When we impact another person, an animal, or an organization in a positive way, we begin a ripple of change. I merely need to think about some of the people I am looking at right now. A dear man who gives up his relaxed retirement to volunteer for organizations that honor fallen soldiers and police officers. A kind woman who visits elderly church members and takes hot meals and homemade cookies to sick friends. A good son who walked his dad through the journey of Parkinson's. A caring mom who traveled throughout the country to find the perfect college and the perfect soccer coach for her talented daughter. A vibrant CEO who saves thousands of animals every year. And countless others you know and love. What we do matters. What we do makes a difference. Our efforts can improve our lives and our community. And in the words of Mahatma Gandhi, in a gentle way, you can shake the world. Colin and I consider it a privilege to support worthy causes and organizations in our community and beyond. So again, we extend our gratitude for this very meaningful award. Now my hubby.
It was a cold January day in Michigan, and I decided I wanted to get out of the CPA business. So I became a financial advisor, moved across the country, started my practice in 1987 in California. Been doing that ever since, almost 40 years ago. And it's been a wonderful career. I say the first 25 years I spent helping people accumulate money. Last 10 or 15 years I've spent telling people they can spend it. It's okay. You can give it away. What's your legacy going to be? And it's migrated to helping younger people give a little bit now so they learn the habits of giving. It's been a great privilege to be in this community. It's been wonderful. It's been a wonderful career. It's allowed us to be generous to the community. And I want to thank you for the recognition. I always have a saying that most of my clients know, which is, fly first class, or your kids will. Thank you.
Okay, leave the award up here.
Flying first class. Love it, Colin. Folks, another huge round of applause, Colin and Karen. Our next honoree is for our outstanding youth in philanthropy. This award is presented to an individual youth or college student aged 21 and under who has demonstrated outstanding commitment to the community through the development of charitable programs, volunteering, and leadership in philanthropy. Let me tell you about this dynamite Isabel. Izzy Churchward, a 17-year-old senior at Davis Senior High School, is an honor student and two-sport varsity athlete playing soccer and lacrosse. In August 2020, Izzy co-founded Empower Youth, a community service club inspired by a childhood experience delivering Easter baskets to a domestic violence shelter where she saw friends living there. That experience deeply affected Izzy and changed her life forever. Since then, she has dedicated herself to helping the community by volunteering to support Empower YOLO's shelter, serving victims of abuse and their children. Empower Youth supports Empower YOLO, a nonprofit providing services and resources to survivors of domestic violence, sexual assault, and human trafficking in Yolo County. The club focuses on raising awareness about violence and abuse, promoting healthy relationships, and engaging in community service to support survivors and vulnerable families. Since its inception, Empower Youth has grown significantly at Davis High School and received recognition from City of Davis in May 2023 and the Golden Heart Award for Outstanding Community Service As a founding member, a 2-year president of Empower Youth, Izzy leads meetings and coordinates service projects. Service projects include making comfort packs for human trafficking survivors. Izzy and Empower Youth members have also volunteered as summer camp counselors at Empower YOLO Kids Day Camp for the past 4 years. Izzy even won a PTA scholarship to run a soccer clinic for the children at the shelter, enriching their lives through sport. In addition to their volunteer efforts, Empower Youth has raised significant financial contributions for the youth at Empower YOLO Shelter. They have also participated in Big Day of Giving over the last 3 years, raising over $15,000. Yeah. For the shelter and prevention education for teens. Empower Youth members have collectively volunteered hundreds of hours. Huge round of applause, hundreds of hours volunteered. Working hard to support the shelter while raising awareness about many important issues that affect young people in our community. This is Isabel. This is Izzy. She is making a massive difference for many, many lives. Let's give a huge round of applause. Outstanding Youth in Philanthropy, Isabel Churchward.
Good morning, everyone. you guys hear me? Okay. I'm Izzy Churchward, and I'm truly honored to be here today. And I want to thank the California Capital Chapter of the Association of Fundraising Professionals for this recognition. The Empower Youth Community Service Club is something that is deeply personal to me. When my brother and I were younger, we brought Easter baskets to the shelter, and we thought we were just doing something kind, but that day we saw some of our friends living there. I'll never forget how happy they were when they saw us and how much it meant to them that someone was thinking of them. In that moment, I realized I wanted to do more. Not just for my friends, but for all the kids and families who needed support at the most difficult times of their lives. That experience grew into something much bigger. In 2020, during the pandemic, my friends and I started Empower Youth as a community service club to support the children and families at the shelter. What began as a small grassroots effort has grown into a strong community of students at Davis Senior High School, and I'm proud to say we've been doing this work and helping our community for the past 5 years. I want to thank every member of Empower Youth and our advisors for the passion, energy, and dedication that they bring. Together, we've supported children and families at Empower YOLO Shelter while raising awareness about issues affecting teens like dating violence, healthy relationships, and prevention education. We've also promoted awareness during human trafficking, sexual assault, anti-bullying, and other important awareness months. We also do a lot of fundraising so we can support activities for the kids at the shelter. Every year, we make a fundraising page through Empower YOLO for the Big Day of Giving, and throughout the year, we run food and clothing drives. With the funds we've raised, we've created comfort packs for trafficking survivors, put on summer camps for the kids, hosted soccer clinics, and made sure that the kids enjoyed treats and celebrations for every holiday. It has been an incredible privilege to give back to my community, to learn from these experiences, and to see firsthand how much of a difference young people can make when we come together. I'm so proud of the work our club has done, but more than that, I'm grateful. I'm grateful for the opportunity to help others in need in my community. Thank you again for this award and for recognizing the difference that teens and clubs like Empower Youth can make. Thank you.
Wow. 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 Folks, next we have the opportunity to introduce our outstanding corporation. This award is presented to a for-profit corporation. Nominees must have demonstrated commitment to philanthropy through financial support, community involvement, and encouragement and motivation of others to take a leadership role in philanthropy. Now let me share with you a little bit about Rayleigh's. You know them well. Huge philanthropists in our community. Rayleigh's is guided by a long-standing commitment to doing what's right, a philosophy that shapes how they serve their customers, support their team members, and uplift the communities they call home. Their impact is centered on 3 key areas: food system education, food access, and healthy lifestyles. With a long commitment to local communities, Rayleigh's Food for Families, their nonprofit, continues to grow and thrive as an organization dedicated to alleviating hunger by providing nutritious food to those who need it most. In 2024, the nonprofit Rayleigh's raised over $5 million for local food banks to secure nutritious food. Huge round of applause, $5 million for food banks. Rayleigh's works to make healthier choices more accessible and to empower customers through transparency and education. With services like curbside pickup and delivery, they continue to meet people where they are, helping bring health and happiness home one plate at a time. Folks, it's a true pleasure to introduce to you our outstanding corporation, and here today from Rayleigh's Community Relations Specialist, Felipe Espino. Huge round of applause, folks. Rayleigh's outstanding corporation.
All right, can everybody hear me? First off, just wanted to say thank you. There's no shortage of, amazing companies, corporations in the area, so for us to receive this really means a lot. And 2, we are a purpose-driven company, and part of that purpose is, doing right by our communities. And, mingling earlier, getting to see some people, people that we, work with and, email almost every day. It's just a nice reminder that, a lot of the stuff that we do and, are proud to say that we do, it's at the end of the day because of a lot of you here. So extremely grateful for all the work that you do and, the partnerships and relationships that, we're lucky to do. So, yeah, just wanted to say thank you all. Again, we really appreciate this. So, thank you.
Thank you, Felipe and Rayleigh, so much for our community. $5 million for food banks. That's amazing. Wow. All right, folks, our final award. Super excited to introduce to you our Outstanding Organization. This award is presented to a private foundation, non-for-profit organization, or civic or professional association. Nominees must have demonstrated outstanding commitment to philanthropy through financial support, innovative problem solving, community involvement, and encouragement and motivation to take on leadership roles in philanthropy. Now let me tell you a little bit about Three Strands Global Foundation. Three Strands. Ashley Bryant is the CEO of Three Strands Global Foundation, an organization dedicated to combating human trafficking with prevention education and providing support to survivors. With over 2 decades of experience in the nonprofit sector, Ashley has been a relentless advocate for vulnerable populations, leading innovative initiatives that have transformed lives and communities. Under her leadership, Three Strands Global Foundation has expanded its reach and impact, establishing comprehensive prevention education for over 1 million youth nationally. Huge round of applause. And the reintegration empowerment programs for over 1,000 survivors. Another huge round of applause. Over 1,000 survivors that address the complex issues surrounding human trafficking. Ashley's strategic approach has not only increased the foundation's visibility, but also garnered significant partnerships with government agencies, businesses, and other nonprofits, enhancing the collective effort to eradicate trafficking. Ashley's passion for this cause is matched by her expertise in nonprofit management, fundraising, and program development. Her work has been recognized with numerous awards, highlighting her commitment to social justice and her ability to inspire change. She is a sought-after speaker and thought leader, regularly contributing to national conversations on human trafficking and advocating for systemic change. Ashley brings a wealth of knowledge, practical insights, and an unwavering commitment to making this world a safer place through prevention. And I know Ashley would say this without a doubt. It's not Ashley, it's the entire team at Three Strands Global. And with Ashley today is Hillary Evans, who I can speak from personal account that Ashley, Hillary, and their entire team have worked incredibly hard to make a massive difference against eradicating human trafficking. Without further ado, it is an honor to introduce to you our outstanding organizations. Huge round of applause. Three Strands Global Foundation, Ashley Bryant, Hillary Evans.
Wow, yeah, Freddie, you are 100% accurate about that. It is about our team, and I'm so glad that Hillary is here with me today. Thank you so much. It is an honor to be here. On behalf of Three Strands Global Foundation, I want to express our gratitude not only to all of you here today, but also to the Association of Fundraising Professionals for this honor. This recognition reflects not only our team's commitment, but also the generosity and trust of our partners, our donors, and our community. At Three Strands, we believe that ethical and productive fundraising is the backbone of nonprofit work. Every dollar entrusted to us carries the weight of someone's hope. You talked about it today, Paulo, right? The hope and the joy that come from a student that is educated, a survivor that will find meaningful employment, and that a community will be safer and stronger because of the work that our team does. Stewarding those resources with integrity is not just a responsibility, it is our moral obligation. Philanthropy at its best is a partnership built on transparency, accountability, and impact. It allows organizations like ours to innovate, expand, and most importantly, to honor the voices and stories of those we serve. So today, as we celebrate this award, we also recommit ourselves to ethical fundraising practices that inspire confidence, foster collaboration, and ensure that every gift creates lasting change.
I too want to thank the California Capital Chapter of Association of Fundraising Professionals, our donors, our partners, our amazing team for this honor. The impact of philanthropy goes far beyond a dollar given. It's a currency of trust, a commitment to change, and a tangible act of hope. It's the difference between a child feeling invisible and a child feeling seen, between a survivor struggling in silence and a survivor reclaiming their voice, between a community facing challenges alone and a community empowered with knowledge and resources. Our supporters don't just give money, they give opportunity, they give possibility, and they give transformation. Every contribution, no matter the size, fuels programs to protect, educate, and empower lives. And being recognized as the greatest organization is not just about our work. It's about the shared belief that together we can turn compassion into action. Thank you for this incredible honor, and may we continue to prevent, empower, unite, together, ending human trafficking. Because without each other, the mission is impossible. But with every stakeholder together, we are mission possible. Thank you.
Wow. Folks, can you do me a favor? Can we get a huge round of applause for all of our honorees? Wow, folks, I was standing over there listening to all of our honorees, and one common thread is mission possible. And that's what today's about. Today is the kickstart to the Philanthropy Summit. We have an amazing day ahead of us with education, with networking, and with connection and community. So today we kickstart Philanthropy Summit as we celebrate so many amazing people. Folks, one more huge round of applause for all of our honorees.